Good evening. You're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Talks on taking over Bintulu port still being discussed by the Sarawak government. The Unit for Other Religions UNIFOR Complex set to be operational by the first quarter of 2025. Deputy Premier Sarawak, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, attended the 81st National Land Council meeting. The Sarawak government is still in the midst of ongoing discussions on issues surrounding the takeover of Bintulu port. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Douglas Ukahambas said that the further details will be revealed once all pending matters are resolved.
Well, we are at the final phase of the negotiation. According to our MOU, it is to be handed over by the end of this year. We are working toward it now. There's one issue still outstanding, which we have to resolve. So our committee are actively engaging the Ministry of Transport to get the finality of the issue. Once the one issue is settled, then it will be moving forward for the transfer of Bintulu port from federal port to the state port.
Commenting further, he said the takeover of Bintulu port is part of the Sarawak government's strategy to strengthen and consolidate all state ports. Previously, the handover of Bintulu port to the Sarawak government was finalized during a federal-state joint committee meeting in June 2024. However, the port remains classified as a federal port under the 1981 Federal Ports Act. Parliament later passed the 1981 Bintulu Port Authority Act to establish an authority overseeing the port. Meanwhile, a joint committee has agreed to present a bill in Parliament to repeal the act. Moreover, the Sarawak government has established the Bintulu Port Authority Sarawak under the Sarawak Port Authorities Ordinance to ensure that port operations will not be affected during the status transition.
The Unit for Other Religions UNIFOR Complex, located at Jalan Ong Tiang Sui, Kuching, is scheduled to be operational in the first quarter of 2025. To date, construction on the complex has now reached 99.37% completion.
Deputy Sarawak Premier Dato' Amar Douglas Ukahambas, who is also Minister in charge of UNIFOR, said the occupation permit is expected to be completed at the end of September.
So our team are very happy with the progress of this building. Actually, on the initial stage, it is indeed a concern for us because as far as the board is concerned, we have no experience of constructing or monitoring the construction of such a building. This building cost us almost 80 million, 73, Yeah. Including consultant. Yeah, including consultant and so on. But we are lucky we get a very good contractor, good consultant, and just the project is progressing well, and I should say be on target.
Meanwhile, Ugah also stressed the importance of the UNIFOR Complex, which serves as a symbol of the Sarawak government's inclusive policies under the Post-COVID-19 Development Strategy, PCDS 2030.
This is our pride in Sarawak, and we hope this UNIFOR will continue to play the role to unite the people.
The UNIFOR Complex is equipped with multiple facilities, including a hall with a capacity of 1,000 people, 9 shop and office lots, and 256 parking spaces, all of which will be utilized for various activities and events.
Deputy Premier Sarawak, Dato' Amar AWANG Tengah Haliasan, on Thursday attended the 81st National Land Council meeting held at Perdana Putra, Putrajaya. The meeting, chaired by Prime Minister Dato' Seri Anwar Ibrahim, was also attended by the Chief Ministers and Menteri Besar of all states.
A statement from Awang Tengah's office said during the meeting, he gave an explanation about the instrument that adopts the same-day registration method. The system that has been in use since 2019 was accredited with the ISO 9001 and 2015 rating. Also present at the meeting were the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Natural Resources and Urban Development, Datu Abdullah Julaihi, and the Director of the Land and Survey Department, Awang Zamhari Awang Mahmud.
The Canal Waterfront, featuring a distinctive double-decker design, is anticipated to draw more visitors and serve as a central hub for the local community. Deputy Premier Sarawak, Dato' Amar Dr. Sim Kui Hian, expressed hope that the waterfront will be fully utilized by the local residents for gatherings and recreation, fostering stronger community ties through various activities.
And that's why you see this waterfront is very unusual waterfront. The only one with double decker. You know, this is the first time I came out here, and it's definitely different feeling from downstairs. So this waterfront is not just 5.3 million, but it will not only become just a landmark for Canal Week, but it is actually a place that where people can gather together, people can celebrate events together, family can come together, and so many other activities. So this is what we call perpaduan also.
He said this to reporters during a press conference at the 2024 Canal Festival and Canal Waterfront inauguration ceremony earlier today. Meanwhile, Dr. Sim also proposed the construction of a crane near the waterfront to assist in lifting power boats into the river, facilitating river activities in the area. He suggested that this proposal could potentially be included under the Project Rakyat initiative, as it will expedite its implementation. The Sarawak Heart Foundation will host the 2024 World Heart Day celebration at Taman Perpaduan, also known as Reservoir Park, in Kuching on September 29. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Dr. Sim Kui Hian announced that this year's theme is a Use Heart for Action.
Our heart center is very busy. Yeah, they keep on expanding and all those things. 1 year, according to the heart center statistic, last year they almost doing 6,500 cases. 6,500 cases of, and we don't go to talk about people that who has fallen out at heart center. These are cases that they do, 6,000, more than 6,500 cases. Out of this, about 2,000 plus cases, 2,000 plus cases is because the heart artery get blocked.
He spoke to reporters during a press conference at Wisma Bapa Kuching earlier today. Dr. Sim, who is also the organizing chairman of the 2024 World Heart Day, announced that the Sarawak Heart Centre will provide free health screenings to the public starting at 6:30 a.m. These screenings will cover body mass index, BMI, blood glucose, blood pressure, cholesterol checks, as well as health counselling. The event will also feature a walk a mile program with a registration fee of 30 ringgit, which comes with a Sarawak Heart Foundation t-shirt, a hat sponsored by SOP Foods Nirian Berhad, breakfast, and a lucky draw ticket. Registration is available to the Sarawak Heart Foundation office on Jalan Tun Ahmad Zaidi Adrus, Kuching. Kuching will host the 78th birthday celebration of Sarawak Governor Tun Pahin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jafar. State Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah announced that the 7 main activities will take place from October 10 to 13 to mark this special event.
Antara majlis ataupun acara-acara yang telah dikenal pasti, yang pertama, Majlis Kesyukuran yang akan diadakan pada 10 hari bulan Oktober bertempat di Masjid Jami' petang hari pukul 6 petang. Acara yang keempat, istiadat pembarisan. Ini adalah acara kemuncak. Istiadat pembarisan dan juga rapat raksasa yang akan diadakan pada 12 hari bulan Oktober jam 8 pagi bertempat di Padang Merdeka. Pada malam hari 12 hari bulan akan diadakan acara ke-6 iaitu Majlis Jamuan Negeri. Pada pukul 8 malam bertempat di Dewan Santapan Dewan Undangan Negeri Sarawak.
He told this to reporters during a press conference after chairing the main committee meeting for the celebration on Friday. Karim, who is also the minister in charge of the event, revealed that the seventh and final event, a tea reception, will be held at the Sarawak Chamber Riverside Majestic Hotel in Kuching on October 13. Premier Sarawak, Dato' Paningin Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, together with his wife, Dato' Amar Jumaani Tuanku Bujang, are expected to attend all events as special guests of honor. Also expected to attend are several deputy ministers, including Deputy Minister of Utility and Telecommunications, Dato' Dr. Abdul Rahman Junaidi, Deputy Minister in the Sarawak Premier's Department, Integrity and Ombudsman, Dato' Dr. Joanda Jaya, Deputy Minister of Energy and Environmental Sustainability, Dato' Dr. Hazlan Hipni, Deputy Minister of Transport, River and Sea, Dato' Henry Jinep, Deputy Minister in the Sarawak Premier's Department, Law MA63 and Federal State Relations, Dato' Sharifah Hasidah Said Aman Ghazali, and Deputy Minister of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development, Dato' Gerald Rentap Jabu. The celebration will be broadcast live on TVS channel 122 Astro and MyTV, as well as on the Facebook page of the Sarawak's Public Communications Unit, UKAS, and UKAS channel on YouTube. Sarawak Minister of Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, who also serves as the co-chairperson of the main committee for Sukma and Parasukma 21st Sarawak 2024, Dato' Sri Fatimah Abdullah, emphasized the role of sports in empowering people with disabilities, PWD, and uniting the community. As the minister responsible for overseeing the development of women, children and communities, she said it is her duty to ensure that no one is left behind in benefiting from sports events.
Tamasya para Sukma amat penting bagi mempromosikan sukan dalam kalangan orang kelainan upaya, singkatannya OKU, serta menyediakan peluang bagi semua atlet-atlet para untuk terlibat dalam pertandingan sama ada setelah di peringkat negeri, terlibat di peringkat yang seterusnya iaitu di peringkat kebangsaan, dan yang peringkat paling tinggi sekali ialah di peringkat antarabangsa.
She said this in her speech at the opening ceremony of the Parasukma 21st Sarawak 2024 sports game held at a hotel in Kuching on Friday. Commenting on the preparations for the sports village, Fatimah said that the 19 hotels designated as the sports village are well equipped and suitable, allowing athletes with various disabilities to use the facilities without difficulty. She is confident that Sarawak, as the host state, will provide adequate facilities to ensure the comfort for all participants in Parasukma 21 Sarawak 2024, which will take place from September 22nd to 28. This edition of the Games will see 15 contingents participating, with 1,275 athletes competing in 10 sports across 10 venues in Kuching. Welcome back. The Sarawak Ministry of Education, Innovation and Talent Development, together with the Sarawak Children's Economic Fund TEGAH and the Social Security Organisation PERCESO, will host the Sarawak Career and Training Fair SCAT Fair 2024. Its Minister, Datuk Seri Roland Sagawi-In, announced that a total of 30 industries and vendor companies will collaborate to offer job opportunities, including major companies like Petroleum Nasional Berhad Petronas.
This two-day fair is expected to attract over 12,000 visitors. That is our hope. And 50,000 online viewers. So you can see this online also. From each zone. More than 50 exhibitors, including companies, public and private, higher educational institutions, financial aid providers, technical schools, and government departments and agencies will be participating in this event. Our strategic partner, PERCESO, will conduct open job interviews featuring 30 industries for this year. Additionally, Petronas will join us also in Kuching, bringing over 30 of its vendor companies to offer job opportunities.
He spoke to reporters during a press conference for the Sarawak Career and Training Fair SCAT Fair 2024 at the Hikmah Exchange Centre HEEC in Kuching earlier today. The SCAT Fair will be held in two different locations, namely in Kuching on October 5th and 6th, 2024, and in Cebu on November 2nd and 3rd, 2024. Last year, the SCAT Fair was successfully held at two different locations, with Mas Sabati in Kuching and Marina Dewan Bandaraya in Miri. In total, the career fair attracted 20,458 visitors, with 12,208 in Kuching and 8,250 in Miri. The special teacher recruitment quota for Sarawak in 2024 has been increased by 1,040, bringing the total to 2,180 positions compared to 1,140 previously. The Minister of Education, Innovation and Talent Development of Sarawak, Datuk Seri Roland Sagawi-In, confirmed that this decision was made following discussions with the Education Service Commission SPP on Thursday.
Last time we targeted about 1140. So yesterday we have a meeting with SPP, the Suruhanjaya Perkhidmatan Pendidikan. So they decided that we may recruit 2180 for this year, the special recruitment. Yeah. This year's intake. Of course, all of them will be called for interviews. So it depends on how they perform during interviews.
Roland further added that the Ministry of Education Malaysia, KPM and SPP have previously agreed to address the shortage of teachers in Sarawak through this special recruitment. Successful candidates will be given a 2-year contract. They will undertake a self-funded diploma in education at the Malaysian Teacher Education Institute IPGM through the in-course program KDC. After completing their contract, they will be assessed by SPP for permanent teacher positions. Malaysia successfully attracted higher foreign investments last year, with the amount approved by the National Investment Committee increasing by 57.2%. Deputy Minister of Economy, Dato' Hanifah Hajar Taib, said that this achievement was made possible through the implementation of well-planned policies.
Melalui pelaksanaan dasar yang tersusun, kerajaan telah menarik pelaburan asing lebih besar dengan meningkatkan sebanyak 57.2% berdasarkan jumlah pelaburan asing yang diluluskan oleh jawatan kuasa nasional dengan naik pelaburan pada tahun 2023, termasuklah pelaburan berkaitan AI. Manfaatnya, lebih banyak peluang pekerjaan dapat disediakan dan akhirnya dapat meningkatkan pendapatan rakyat.
Additionally, the government will focus on artificial intelligence in the 13 Malaysia planned 13MP by focusing on the development of a more comprehensive AI ecosystem through investments in research and innovation. The use of AI will also be expanded in key sectors, including public services. Meanwhile, Hanifah said, a study by leading market intelligence firm International Data Corporation indicates that the AI market is expected to grow to $631 billion by 2028 from $235 billion at the moment.
Pembelajaran AI global akan didominasi oleh 3 sektor utama, iaitu teknologi maklumat, perbankan dan perwujudan. Gabungan ketiga-tiga sektor ini diunjuk akan memperuntukkan lebih 89.6 bilion USD bagi AI pada 2024, mewakili 38% daripada pasaran AI global. Inovasi dan bakat digital perlu diperkasakan, khususnya dalam bidang AI, bagi meningkatkan pertumbuhan ekonomi negara yang lebih mapan.
She said this during the inauguration of the 11th Malaysian Statistics Conference MyStats on Thursday.
Kupasan isu-isu semasa, perbincangan komprehensif bersama panel-panel jemputan.
Dan kalau kena sue, sebenarnya saya kena sue. Baru ni saya kena sue lah oleh Tun Daim.
Perbincangan mencari solusi.
Apa sebenarnya endgame mereka kalau nak membunuh Hamas?
Semua ini kami bawakan dalam Dialog TVS, pentas diskusi anda.
Sukan TVS kini kembali dengan musim baharu.
Perkembangan semasa sukan tanah air.
Tips kesihatan dan gaya amalan hidup sihat. Kupasan isu sensasi bersama pakar dan atlet.
Jangan lupa saksikan Sukan TVS.
Hanya di TVS, saluran 122.
Pelanggan kita, jaga dunia.
On to world news. Roads and neighborhoods in Shanghai were flooded today as the Chinese megacity was battered by its second typhoon in a week, with rainfall breaking local records in parts of the city. Typhoon Pulasan come days after the strongest storm to hit the megacity since 1949. Typhoon Bintulu caused extensive damage on Monday.
Pulasan made landfall on Thursday night with a maximum wind speed of 83 kilometers per hour. The city evacuated 112,000 people and some ferry and train services were suspended. Videos posted on social media on Friday showed Shanghai residents wading through calf-deep water in some neighborhoods, though no severe damage or casualties have been reported so far. Police officers in high-vis coats were seen pushing a stalled car through water in one district, while a scooter driver in a poncho attempted to cross a flooded intersection. Around a dozen cars had broken down in that area due to the waters. 2 weather stations recorded over 300 millimeters of rainfall within 6 hours, the highest in their districts since records began. On Monday, Babinka felled more than 1,800 trees and left 30,000 households without electricity, with authorities evacuating more than 400,000 people across Shanghai ahead of the storm. Scientists say climate change driven by greenhouse gas emissions is making extreme weather more frequent and intense. China is the world's biggest emitter of greenhouse gases, though its per capita emissions pale in comparison to rival economic power, the United States.
Hezbollah leaders vowed to retaliate for 2 unprecedented rounds of attacks targeting its operatives' communication devices. Israel has not commented on the explosion of thousands of Hezbollah pages and radios, which killed 37 people and wounded nearly 3,000 over 2 days this week, but it has been blamed by Hezbollah for the attacks.
Speaking for the first time since the deadly device sabotage, Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah vowed on Thursday that Israel would face retribution.
إبادة جماعية عدوان كبير على لبنان وشعبه ومقاومته وسيادته وأمنه جرائم حرب أو إعلان حرب. لا شك أن العدوان الذي حصل هو عدوان كبير، وكما قلت في سياق الكلمة هو غير مسبوق، وسيواجه بحساب عسير وقصاص عادل من حيث يحتسبون ومن حيث لا يحتسبون.
The device blast came after Israel announced that it was shifting its war objectives to its northern border with Lebanon, where it had been trading fire with Hezbollah. Lebanese Foreign Minister Abdallah Bao Habib said the blatant assault on Lebanon's sovereignty and security was a dangerous development that could signal a wider war. Speaking ahead of a UN Security Council meeting on the attacks set for Friday, he said Lebanon has filed a complaint against Israel's cyber-terrorist aggression that amounts to a war crime. The preliminary findings of a Lebanese investigation found the pages had been booby-trapped and were detonated by sending emails to the devices. A source close to Hezbollah said the pages were recently imported and appeared to have been sabotaged at source. The New York Times reported on Wednesday that the pages that exploded were produced by the Hungary-based BAC Consulting on behalf of Taiwanese manufacturer Gold Apollo. It cited intelligence officers as saying BAC was part of an Israeli front.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head onto our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms at TV Sarawak. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.